welcome to Veterans Corner. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan. On the show today, we have veteran Vince Campbell. Now, wow, we've been having some technical difficulties behind the scenes today. We were supposed to have on three additional veterans. We were supposed to have on from the East Coast, Fraser Newcomb. We were supposed to have a Marine veteran from the USA, Michael Wooten. And we were going to have from British Columbia, Evictus Games veteran Nick Holiom. Now, they still might come in. So we're going to keep our green room open because we would love to interact with all four. I had a panel set up. I had some dynamic questions to go. So I really appreciate, Vince, you hanging around. I know it's been a really trying experience. So how are you doing this morning, Vince?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on here, Jay.
This is I love your background. So tell our viewers where you're calling in from today.
I'm located north of Pickering, and behind me is 100 acres. That's my backyard. So I'm very fortunate to live in an area where I can enjoy the outdoors and certainly helps with the wellness. So
That's your backyard.
yeah, front yard, backyard, side yard.
Wow. So you obviously go out there in the trails a lot. Like it must be really relaxing.
Trails, yeah. This 100 acres farm this year, there was weed on the field. So yeah, I can walk through it. There's coyotes and rats and porcupines, all kinds of stuff. So deer,
I was gonna
turkeys.
say, how's the wildlife? Must be pretty good.
Yeah, actually lots. Yeah, because they're building a whole whack of houses south of here, 20,000 houses. So it's chasing all the critters north. They have no
Oh,
place to
that
live,
kind
so they're
of.
all coming up. So yeah,
But there's
it's
so much green. There's so much green out there. I guess they have to eventually, right?
yeah, that's it. I mean, they have to. There's growth. It's just they have no place to go, so they start moving further north, and so you see a lot more chipmunks and squirrels and that now.
And your property's right on the land there.
Yeah, the 407 is just south of here. You can hear it. You know, when I'm off camera here, you can hear the cars go back and forth. So it's growing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do today, I was gonna talk to you guys, but I can just talk to you now. I was gonna talk to you
Sure.
guys
Yeah.
and ask you about, because I know you're also a musician and I know how much music means a part of your life and how it's helped you immensely, along with other musicians. Like I wanted to have on Fraser, who's also a musician, Michael, who's also a musician, and Nick, who's like, there was going to be four veterans
Yeah.
and four musicians interacting. So let me ask you this, Vince. So going back to your service, okay, was there one moment in your service where it was either really dicey, you didn't know what to expect, you were a little nervous, perhaps you were scared, and you took that moment and brought it back home and it turned into a song? Is there anything that you can relate to that?
That's a great question. I'm just have to think about that one for a sec. Something in my service that came back related to a song. Yeah, in actual fact, it's not really a specific moment, but it was a moment that I talked to a World War I veteran and their story, and it came out into a song. So what happens was I heard his story, and I was in a songwriting group with two other songwriters, and we kind of used that as a guide to. I think the song was called "Coming Back to Hope," where you've been over in war and you've come back, and your family, have thought of you and cared for you and all the memories and those types of things. So, but not a specific moment in my career that where something happened that it sparked an idea for a song. Not yet, anyways. Right?
Not yet, eh?
Not yet.
So when you so in your songs, like how many songs now, original songs have you written? Do you have a list
uh,
or a number about?
I looked at my pad and I have 300, but it's a lot of them are titles, so probably have 50 that are written and I could sing.
Okay.
Some are partial songs, and songs grow just like a child does. And sometimes you go back to them, you put some more lyrics in. Sometimes you rewrite them a year later, add a few. Just sometimes just one word in a song makes a total difference. But right now it's about 50 or so.
And out of those
So
50 songs, uh, not one of them have been like a memory that you sort of instilled in your writing, or maybe it has in your subconscious and you did?
uh, not so much specific to military career. Through for corrections, definitely there's one from corrections that was an experience that I had. Uh, but otherwise, military, no, it's just like a generality type of thing. Uh, like I wrote one song as Young Street. I met a veteran down there, and it sparked a song which I wrote. he was homeless, living on the street of an Afghanistan veteran from the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of interesting, walking up the Young Street and going across to do your songwriting. You run across a veteran and talk to him and basically develops into a song. So yeah, it was quite touching, to be able to write a song that somebody that you met on the street that was challenged, and at the same time was able to give him some encouragement and some paths to go to try to get off the street. He had money coming in, he had a pension, but because of his drug addiction, he didn't have enough for rent to get established, which just happens to a lot of them. That money is used for their habit, right? For their addiction, and so just on the border of, maybe I can get a place. No, I can't. I need my fix, right?
And that's very unfortunate, right? Like super sad, right? That's super sad. So how long now have you been out of the service, Vince?
I was in from 80 to 87, so I'm way back. Fortunately, I was in during the peacekeeping times. Bosnia came about just after I got out. So a lot of friends went to Bosnia, and then like I said, fortunately, it was peacekeeping. Then the world was pretty quiet, not like today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, we should talk a little bit about today. Why don't we take a quick break? Okay. I want to see maybe if some of the other veterans are in the green room, if maybe our producer can check it out and let me know. I'd love to have them in, because I really wanted to have our U.S. contingency, Michael Wooten, interact with the Canadian veterans and back and forth and ask you guys questions, like get you guys involved. Let's have a Canadian veteran ask an American veteran a question. And, what are the differences? What are the similarities? What you think about each other's, forces, stuff like that. But stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to talk about your trip, right? We want to talk a little bit about your trip. So stay tuned. You're watching Veterans Corner. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan. On the show today, we have veteran Vince Campbell. We'll be right back. We love comments on Facebook, by the way. Thank you.